When it comes to our perimenopause journey, there are certain things that go awry, and one of those things is sleep. And we want to ensure that none of our lifestyle habits are exasperating the issue and making it worse. If you're a woman between the ages of 35 and 47 and you're going through perimenopause, you might want to stick around because you could be doing one of these five things and it could be affecting your sleep and your overall health in general. Hi, my name is Lynette, and I am the founder of the Perimenopause Project. My aim is to guide and help as many women as I can as we go through this challenging and difficult time because I feel like we weren't really prepared for this time of life. I don't know about you, but I know for a fact I wasn't. So whenever I find different articles and research and scientific journals that can help improve your quality of life as we go through this phase, I want to share all that information in these videos, and that's why we're here on this channel right now. If this information seems of interest to you, I need you to do a couple things for me if you don't mind. Could you please subscribe to this channel, like this video, and then afterwards, if you got something from it, make sure you share it with another Peri Pal, as I like to call us, or your Peri sister, whatever you like to call them, and just share it with them so they can get some information because I want to make sure as many people as possible can be informed through this challenging time of life. I'll give you a second to do that and then we'll get into this video. All right. Thank you so much for doing that. Let's go ahead and dive into this list. So number one out the gate is relying on melatonin to help you with your perimenopause insomnia. Now, a lot of women think that using melatonin, since we used it in the past, we may have had success. It will work for this time of life. Not so much because the insomnia issues that we are having are not as a result of the melatonin deficiencies. It is because our progesterone and our estrogen are running amok and they are decreasing and they trigger other responses in the body, which cause us to wake up in the middle of the night, to have those hot flashes and those night sweats and have other discomforts like a racing heartbeat. You know, you wake up suddenly. That's all because of the imbalance of different hormones that are going on in our body. So instead of going to the cabinet and getting that melatonin, there are other supplements that I think might be able to benefit you. If you're interested in some other alternatives, I did a video, I'm going to place it right here, and I talked about the different things that I take in my nightly routine, and maybe something like that can help you because melatonin is not the answer. All right, number two, I want y'all to do something for me. For mistake number two, I don't want y'all to kill the messenger. Don't y'all be mad at me. But Peri Pal, that glass of wine or alcohol that you have to get you relaxed and loose and feeling good before you go to bed, it can kick you in the butt around 3 or 4 a.m. in the morning because it causes a delayed response and cortisol spikes because alcohol affects the regulatory temperature of the body. So it's going to throw you off skew, off kilter, and you're going to be like, wait, what in the world? I was feeling so good. That's why I was able to actually go to sleep. It's tricky that way because it gets you feeling good and then it messes you up later on. So go ahead and limit that alcohol usage before bed. I know it's tempting, but there's a better way that I think that you can get yourself relaxed and prepare your body metabolically for sleep. Now, this next one may surprise you because we could get away with it when we were in our 20s and early 30s. But now that we're in this perimenopause world, we have to switch up how we go to bed with regards to our nutrients and making sure we've had enough to eat for the day. And so the mistake that a lot of women make is going to bed hungry or not satiated and or not having enough protein. When you don't have enough protein, your body will definitely go into the hunger mode. And then so all these other things will begin to happen. In particular, estrogen makes our bodies very susceptible to blood sugar fluctuations. I've talked about that before in another video. You can check that out right here. And so to stabilize your protein, have just a couple handful of nuts, or sometimes I will have a boiled egg and that will help me as well. And so when the body naturally the blood sugar does drop, it won't be at a depletion level. So it causes me to wake up with that cortisol spike and my body's like, what's going on? We shouldn't be here. So you always want to make sure you're satiated, but not overly so. You don't want to feel like you just ate a 3-course meal, then you go lay down on it because that's going to start a whole host of other different issues that you don't want to play with. But you do want to ensure that you've had enough protein intake for the day and you have had also well-balanced meals in the other meals that you've had. But particularly for before bed. You want to make sure you have that protein level up. All right, we are moving through this list pretty quickly. Number 4 is if you have a very stressful job or if you have a fitness schedule that has you work out in the latter part of the day, you may want to rethink that, because if your cortisol is up from your stress response from whatever you've been doing, and then you want to try to go to bed at a certain time without decompressing first, that could be problematic. The body is an intricate machine and you've got to decompress it. Just like our laptops and our phones, every once in a while, if you don't turn that phone off all week, it's going to start acting wonky. The same thing goes with your body. If you don't decompress it and tell it that, hey, it is time to shut down, you just keep with that high stress, then it's not going to perform the way that you want it to. So make sure that you have a good sleep hygiene schedule, and make sure that you do some sort of decompression routine that could include journaling, something that will make your body know that, hey, we are getting ready to slow down and we are going to get into the bed pretty soon. This next one, I have been guilty of this, and it is keeping my bedroom too warm. You don't want to do that because of all the vasomotor symptoms that we have with regards to the hot flashes and the night sweats. We want to keep our bodies cool as we sleep, just to make sure that our internal temperature, we have to do our part to ensure our internal temperature stays down. So you want to ensure that you keep your bedroom cool. So anywhere between 60, 65, anything below 69 degrees. Try your best to sleep in that environment, because that tells your body, okay, this is a good temperature. Just in case you do spike or run a little bit hot, you won't have to deal with any, external environmental heat that will make the situation even worse. That's literally all I got. That's the end of my list. I hope this was very helpful for you. A lot of these tips have been helpful for me to eliminate. And if you are doing some of these tips, it's no judgment, it's no heat. But if you want to increase and improve upon your sleep, it's time to let them go, sis. It's time to let it go, Peri Pal. All right. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you watching and rocking with me in these videos. And I'll see you in the next upload.